Rob, for those listening to our program today, maybe there's a person that wanted to know more, maybe somebody struggling personally or someone in their family. You've given so much helpful information, but I just want to pick your brain on a couple of things here before we go to Sam to close our program out. And I remember not too many years ago seeing a person as I was leaving the shopping center area, especially this time of year. There's a lot of hustle and bustle going on, and somebody holding a cardboard sign, and it says, homeless and hungry, please help. And I want to help. I want to give them something to help them. And I've been in that situation before where I've walked up to somebody and been able to, invite them to go get some food and talk to them and offer them, resources that maybe our church could help with. But something that really helped me was in dealing with you is that you actually gave us cards at our church that had information about Hope Rescue Mission and other groups in the area, that we could actually hand them these cards that gave them resources so that they didn't have to live on the street if that was really, truly their situation. But could you maybe talk to us about how we can be prepared as Christians, as people in our churches, how we can be involved in our community, that we shouldn't just rely on the government to just hand money and homes out, but that we can be out there to help people, but to do it in a way as good stewards of what God has given us in a way that will help and not potentially make things worse?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is an issue that many individuals are encountered with as they're, on the street, driving around, getting off the highways. Churches have people coming to their doors asking for help. You have to be very wise. You want to be compassionate and loving, but you have to be very wise. One thing I've discovered is that here in Berks County, Pennsylvania, we do a couple times a year a point-in-time count where we try to take a snapshot of all of the homeless individuals, whether they're sheltered or unsheltered. And we come up, our last one was about 600 individuals, either sheltered or unsheltered. And you maybe in Berks County, Pennsylvania, especially in Reading, Pennsylvania, might encounter at any given time about 25 or 30 individuals that would be on the street, panhandling, asking for resources. So that's about 5% of the overall homeless population. Most of them would be unsheltered. Most of the homeless population you don't even realize. They wake up every day. They're in some kind of a program. They're moving forward in life. They're showering. They're shaving. They're putting on clean clothes. They're going to job interviews, and they are taking, good, responsible steps to better their lives. So I would say, when you encounter someone who is asking for help, who's unsheltered, who's maybe that 5% of the overall homeless population here in Berks County, you really need to evaluate, how can I honor the Lord and help this person? Is giving them a few dollars really going to help them in the long term? I mean, I would say, as we promote through our resource cards, individuals need to do their homework, find faith-led organizations that, yes, will give immediate help, but then also coupled with lasting help and hope through the gospel. And I encourage individuals to partner with them. Instead of giving financial support directly to those in need where you don't know how they're going to use it, financially support local ministries that are making long-term impact in individuals' lives, and then direct those individuals to go there. I couldn't ever fault someone for giving food or clothing or things like that to someone in need, but you also need to realize that an individual, especially one in addiction, will seek to monetize anything that you give them. So I know firsthand of people receiving boots and jackets and gloves and blankets that followers of Christ gave them out of the right heart, but then they turned around and went to try to sell those things and monetize them because, they're trying to feel that addiction. But does that, any other directions you want me to go with that?
No, that makes a lot of sense. So, to really take an interest in this person to try to help connect them, again, to a community, whether it's through a homeless shelter or through a church, but to really take a real interest in them, not just, surface level, here, take this.